Good morning from southern Snowdonia. I've driven up from my home in southern Wales to spend a couple of days in southern Snowdonia, ticking off a few of the outstanding 2,000-foot mountains for me. So this morning's walk, I have parked near the infant Afon Morddach, and I am going to be ticking off two hills today, Dduallt and Rhobell Fawr, which are in the southern Arenigs in the Snowdonia National Park. It's a beautiful day. I've been driving up in a cloud inversion, seeing the hills every now and then as the sun has poked through. And as I'm looking towards Dduallt now, I can see that there's clouds surrounding the hill, but the hill's popping up from above it as well. So anticipating a good day. It's a little breezy. I'm in the valley here and it's quite breezy, so I'm anticipating quite a lot of wind on the top. But cracking day, looking forward to it. So I'm not far from the summit of my first hill now, Dduallt, and just looking to the north. I've got great views of the Arenigs, and then as I come around far away, I can just see a Snowdon, but you won't be able to see that. Coming right round, you've got the Moelwins, which are above Trosfynydd. As I come around further to the west, looking now towards the Rhinogs. Could have asked for better views today. Well, that was a treat as I summited on Dduallt. Just as I got to the summit cairn, I could see two RAF trainer jets coming straight at me from the direction of the Bear winds. They went straight over my head and then headed off towards the Rhinogs. But they weren't very far above me, and yeah, it was a real treat. Anyway, now I've got to get to Rhobell Fawr. And this is tricky terrain, so I'm using the route suggested by John and Ann Nuttall. So I'm going to head south now along the Dduallt Ridge and pick my way through the forestry between the two hills, and then I've got quite a steep climb then up to the summit of Rhobell Fawr, and I'll be up there at some point this afternoon. So that's the plan next, but it's just a great day. Absolutely great day, and so lucky to have this weather. It's been a fair bit of deforestation since the book was written, but my version I think is about 1988-89. So Yep, times change. But nevertheless, I can see where the forestry outline was. I've looked at my map, and I've got to get down to the corner, which is around about there, just where the deforested part meets the trees, and I've got to enter around about there, and then there's a ride through the trees apparently, which will bring me out on the far side around about there. There's my finger. Oh, there's my finger there, just about there, the notch in the trees. That's where it should bring me out. So that was quite straightforward in the end. The ground south of Dduallt was pretty tough actually. It does make you realise sometimes how far you are away from anywhere, particularly when you're on your own, as I am. I haven't seen anybody all day, and I did take a fall. I found a hole which I didn't know was there, and tumbled. Thankfully nothing hurt, just my pride. But it does make you realise if you did injure yourself badly up here, it take a while for people to find you. Anyway, got to the forestry. My first impressions were this would be quite tricky, but once I got through the deforested part and found the narrow little ride, it was quite easy actually. And now I'm on a forestry track which I'll be leaving very shortly, and then following a dry stone wall steeply up to the summit of Rhobell Fawr. So yeah, all good. Summit of Rhobell Fawr done. What a lovely summit that was. Lovely views across towards Arenig and the Rhinogs. And met a gentleman up there who was having his lunch. I think I made him jump as I arrived. He didn't hear me coming with the wind blowing up there. He's enjoying a nice walk today, just doing Rhobell Fawr, and then meeting some friends, and going to climb Dduallt and Rhobell tomorrow, which is where I'm going to camp tonight. So now I'm going to follow this wall that I'm next to. I'm going to follow that north down towards some forestry. Then I'm going to pick up a track which will take me back to the car and the end of the walk. So yeah, all good. So now I'm going north. I'm looking towards the Arenigs, although it's becoming a little bit hazy with the views now because of the heat. But can't grumble. Really can't grumble at all. It's lovely, lovely, lovely weather. Back in the valley now, where I started this morning. Stream that you can see behind me coming down the hill there is the infant Afon Morddach, and my car is about half a mile from here, so this walk is only about 8 miles long. A bit of ascent, 2,500. But what made this walk memorable really is the tough ground. Tough ground going up to Dduallt, steep climb up to Rhobell Fawr, and then coming north off Rhobell Fawr, the ground was quite rough before I hit a stream and followed that down then into the valley. But really nice walk, great views. It's another two of the 2,000-foot mountains in England and Wales done for me. So I'm pleased about that. And I'll sign off here.